Good evening. My name is Pastor Paul Berthol, and I'm glad to be back with you to continue with the studies in the book of Genesis. Today we will attempt to complete the first part of Genesis 27. Genesis, the 27th chapter. In Genesis, the 27th chapter, just before we start, I just want to say this so that you can understand a little better what I'm about to really develop in that study. Many despise the Moabites, the children of Lot, because you know Lot, Abraham's nephew, had two children, Moab and Ammon. I think it's Ammon. Moab, it's Moab, as in boy. And also many despise the children of Esau. So this is not what we're here for. In fact, the title of our message is Esau is your brother. Deal with it. So in the first part of our lesson, we just wanted to let you understand on your own. We're going to try to move quickly through the lesson so that you can understand why is there so much hatred between the children of Edom and the children of Jacob. Well, actually, the children of Edom, who are the children of Esau, based on what we're going to study right now, you can understand why there exist some problems between them. Okay, first we understand in Genesis, the 27th chapter, that Esau happened to lose his birthright to Jacob. We're not going to try to go into every details, not to waste a lot of time. But if you have any problems with this story, with the events that happened in the losing of the birthright. In fact, I have one of the videos on YouTube that tells you with more details. But what I'm trying to point out here is to show you what happened right after he lost the birthright. In Genesis, the 25th chapter, verses 23 and 33, the theologians, they deduce by that verse, this is one of their premises in their argument, that Jacob, in fact, was supposed to have the birthright because it was told the mom, Rebecca, ever since the children were in the womb. So they started fighting ever since they were in the womb. So you can look it up. So when the mother, Rebecca, wanted to know what was going on, God clearly told her that there are two nations in your womb, and the elder shall serve the younger. In other words, God knew what was going to happen, and God had already made a way. Why? Because you can see how the mom dealt with the situation, how the dad dealt with the situation. The dad wanted to give Esau the blessing. The mom knew the blessing was supposed to have been for the younger, and also how the brothers dealt with the situation. First, the mom had Jacob to go and go in for the blessing, because the mom knew that the younger was supposed to have the blessing. So that's what a lot of the theologians really concluded. They said that Jacob was supposed to receive the blessings. In fact, some of them went further and said that sometimes the enemy would try to, usurp the authority by trying to have Esau to come out first, and that's what happened. Some of them even went further and said that Jacob was holding Esau by the heel, meaning that he was trying to pull him back inside to get what belongs to him. So it's a lot of controversies about the whole issues, but what happened, and God honor what happened throughout the Bible. So it was already predicted. That's exactly what would happen. So here we see how Rebekah dealt with the situation, how Isaac the father dealt with the situation. Now how Esau would deal with the situation. Esau decided that as soon as the father, Isaac, died, he's going to kill his brother Jacob. We know how the story ends, that this is not where we are right now, but most of us who studied the Bible know that Jacob prayed and God spared him, and Esau changed his mind. Now, has it not been for Jacob's prayer, most likely Jacob would have been dead. So we don't know. But we know that at that time, they dealt with the situation. Jacob and Esau met. In fact, Jacob was very, very troubled, but because he thought he was going to die. That's why he divided his companies into two groups, just in case he would kill one, the other would have plenty of time to run. So this is what happened, how the brother dealt with the situation, how the mom and dad dealt with the situation, and now how the children dealt with the situation. We understand that the children of Esau, they always been fighting the children of Jacob, and they always wanted them dead because of what happened. So we will attempt to finish this first part by giving you a few verses what happened, how the children of Esau treated the children of Jacob, and then on the second part of the lesson, we will deal further with that situation to show you how God wanted them to deal with each other. And first of all, how did the children of Esau deal with the children of Jacob? If you look in Obadiah, the first chapter, that book only has one chapter. If you look at verses 10 and verse 14, the first verse tells you that God was pretty much upset because when the children of Israel were running away from the king of Babylon, they were enslaving them. So what the children of Esau did to their brothers, they would stand at the crossroads and block them and return them to their enemies, the Babylonians, so they can put them in chains. And God was very upset at that. You can read that part where it says, because of your violence against your brother Jacob, shame will cover you. And neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of Jacob that did escape. Because a lot of them escaped destruction, escaped the chains, but they blocked them. They went at the crossroad and returned them to their enemies, so they can go to Babylon instead of hiding their own brothers. See, that's how the children of Esau been dealing with the children of Jacob. So here, when the children of Jacob ended up in slavery in Babylon. If you look at in Psalm 137, where they were crying, because they were saying that by the rivers of Babylon we hung our harp. This means our musical instruments. They stopped singing. And they said that those that kept us captive wanted us to sing them songs of Zion. And they responded, how can we sing the songs of the Lord in a strange land, in the land of captivity? So you can read the psalm where they were really pretty much asking God not to forget what their brothers did to them. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Esau in the days of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation, because they wanted the Babylonian to destroy their houses even to the very foundation. So here, this is how the children of Esau, after what happened between Esau and Jacob, even though that they made peace, even though that Esau did not kill Jacob, but the children of Esau has been a thorn in the flesh of the children of Jacob. So here we have to know how to deal with certain situation the right way. So as of the next part, the next study, we will show you how God wanted them to deal with the situation. We have shown you today how the mother dealt with the situation, even though she had to really bend backward to make sure that Jacob received the blessings. The dad, how he dealt with the situation. He ended up giving the blessing to Jacob anyway. And we also saw how Jacob dealt with the situation and how his brother Esau dealt with the situation, even though that he wanted to kill him, but he ended up embracing him when he saw Jacob. We also see here how the children of Esau dealt with the situation, how they have always been persecuting the children of Jacob until now. Because remember, Abraham had Ishmael, who was the firstborn, but he was not the one to have the blessing. Abraham sent him away and kept Isaac. And now with Isaac had two sons. One of them was not the one with the blessings. So Jacob was the one with the blessings, and that was within the plan of God. And what was the blessing? You know that from Genesis 3:15, God told the serpent that for what you have done, the posterity of the woman will crush your head, and you will only bruise his heel. That's exactly what happened on the cross. And guess what? Guess who whose heel was bruised? Guess who crushed the head of the devil, of the serpent? That was Jesus, who happened to be one of the children of Jacob. So this is all according to God's plan. So a lot of times you cannot look at the physical. You got to look at the spiritual. You got to look at the word, at what God said, what God has prepared, not what men think. May God bless you. We'll pursue with that study, the second part of the study next time. God bless you.